Guys, how are you? I hope you are so well. Welcome to our podcast called Our English Learning Journey. And it's a pleasure to me to share with you these experiences. And I want to start, tell you and ask you the first question. When did you learn to speak English?
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Generous Roy Arce, and I am really happy to be part of this podcast called Our English Learning Journey. So today I would like to share my personal experience learning English. So how it started? Okay, I started English studying English, sorry, more seriously in 2022 when I began my degree in English language teaching. But actually, my journey began many years before that, since I was a child, like 10 years. So, I have always felt a strong connection to the English language, especially because of music. So, English music played a big role in my early interest, So I love listening to songs in English even when I didn't fully understand the lyrics. So that curiosity because pushed me to look up translations and try to understand what the artists were saying. So over time, I began to recognize words and phrase. So it was like opening a window, opening a or door to a new word. So I think that's when I realized I wanted to learn this language.
Okay, great. Okay. Okay. In my case, I learned punctually when I was in a high school in ninth grade. I used to listen music and reading texts. I have a good experience when I was learning, and mainly in my high school.
Okay, very good. My partner, Julian.
Uh, Personally, I learned to speak English when I was in the school, like many other learners, and I think I learned a lot in that time. And now I'm improving my English with these subjects and this degree. So yeah, that's my experience.
Okay, great.
Okay,
Okay,
right.
okay. The next question, guys.
Okay, and I want to make a question about our most common challenges. And I want to start um, talking about my personal common challenges. And of course, in the learning English hasn't been easy. And like most of the students, I faced several challenges. For example, when I was learning to speak in fluency, it was very difficult to me because I often felt nervous and, of course, afraid of make mistakes or being judged. But sometimes I knew when what I wanted to say, and but the words just wouldn't come out. And another personal common challenge, it was the listening, because it was a very big challenge because when I try to hear some audios from native speakers, they they make or speak so fast, and sometimes the accents were hard to follow. Okay, so let's move on. So,
Okay.
Junior, tell me.
Okay, Julian and Diego. So, of course, it hasn't been easy. Yeah, so it's no, a little hard or difficult. So, one of the main challenge I have faced is speaking fluently, you know. So, in the beginning, I was very nervous, um, because when trying to speaking, I worry a lot about making mistakes or mispronouncing words, you know. Um, it made me feel a bit insecure. So, but with time and practice every day, with my partners, with my friends, and my family, uh, I have learning that making mistakes is completely normal. So it's actually part of learning. And you, Diego?
Okay, I want to tell you that my common challenges was when I working in a call center several years ago, and it was really complicated to me to hear so good to all a lot of people in the United States because the call center is directed to United States, mainly in Florida state, and everything the cities that is around that state. For example, Tampa, for example, Northport, for example, Miami Beach. And in that time, it was so difficult. It's so hard to me because a lot of people speak so fast, and I think that was my big challenge when I was working in that time. It nothing good to me when I decided to improve my English and I decided to enter to work in there. I think I was crazy when I do that.
Okay, okay, very good. So now, I have a question for us.
Okay.
So, what is your effective strategies that you use in your process,
Mm,
Julian?
Okay, Junior. So, effective strategy for me is listening in English in my daily routine. For example, a TV show that you like, you can hear it in Spanish,
yes.
or to improve, you can change it to English with subtitles. This
Yes.
is like a game changer, and with this, I started to improve in a better rhythm and about my listening. That's one example. So tell me, Diego,
No,
what
okay.
is what you
Okay,
have?
I want to share with you my experience in that item. Uh, It's true, and I am agree with Julian when he said that because it's so really good to repeat it again and again what you are watching in TV series and you are watching um, the songs or concert with subtitles and not subtitles, and you repeat it again is really good because our listening will get better and I think that is my strategy that I used when I was learning several years ago, and now on I continue doing the same thing.
Okay, so my turn
Okay,
is
okay.
okay.
The next
I
question, or you,
no,
or
my
you are
answer,
going to answer that. Okay, okay.
my
Sorry,
answer.
go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so I started using different strategies. For example, watching serials and movies, in English, so help me a
Okay.
lot with listening and pronunciation. So at first I use subtitles, but then I started more removing them little by little. So music also continued to be a great tool. So I will rate the lyrics that the songs, so I repeat them and even try to sing along. So this helped me improve my vocabulary and pronunciation in a fun way. So another useful strategy for me has been speaking uh, with my classmates and practicing short conversations. So even if it's not perfect, so but the most important thing is to
Mhm.
keep trying. So I also
Yeah.
write in English sometimes. Yeah. So like a small reflection or summaries or what happened in my day, in my everyday. So just to reinforce what I have learned. So that is
Okay.
all.
Yes, yes. I am agree with you all because it's really, really important that Julian and Jonier are saying about it. And I want to ask you the next question. Tell me, and I want to know what were your memorable experience about your learning process English. Tell me whatever about you, Julian or Jonier.
Okay, in my case, a memorable experience was when I have to talk in English in a foreign country. In my case, I went to France and I didn't know anything about French. But
Okay.
um, when I was there, I asked for directions in English, and the people from there was able to answer me so the questions in English. So that was a great experience because I was in a stranger country and using the English helped me to make the tourings in that country.
Okay, great, Julian.
Okay, now my turn is one of the most memorable experience I have so far was teaching children as part of my academic practice. So it made me realize how much I have grown and how far I have come with my English. So being able to explain topics in another language is a big step. So, and it motivates me to, continue improving, continue with this process, learning English. So, yeah, that is all.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, in my case, my memorable experience, I think that is when I was practicing in my encounters in my university, because that helps me to go on to improve my English and that let me know to know some more ideas and to come out to my mind and I do my brainstorming everything I say or everything I do and I try to get better day by day and I think that my principal experience uh, that was in my encounters.
Okay, that was great.
Okay.
And so I want to ask you guys about what achievable goals you have for the future. For example, Junior, tell me, what are your goals for the future?
Okay. So Right now, I consider myself at an intermediate level, but I am working hard to move forward. So my goal is to become fluent, feel comfortable using English in professional and everyday situations, you know. So I would love to travel to an English speaking country one day. So maybe to study or to teach with this process. So I also want to help others people, students, I don't know, to learn English. So especially young students who, like me, might discover a passion through music or other interests.
Okay,
And
that's
you,
great.
Diego?
Okay. Um, okay. Actually, I find myself in an intermediate level, but my future goal is to achieve the C1 level English because I want to get better myself. I want to be a good professional, a good excellent teacher, and that I think that is my principal goal to get better myself because I want to be get better myself.
Okay, that's great. And I think we all match in that topic because one of my goals too is to reach the C1 fluency in all aspects. For example, in vocabulary, grammar, listening, in every aspect. I want to reach that level. And of course, I want to be able to participate in academic discussions, for example, or maybe make some different researches and make it with confidence.
Oh yes,
So
that's
I
great.
think,
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
so that's my answer.
Oh, okay.
Um, so now that's all for us. And I hope you enjoyed our podcast. And so, Junior and Diego, you have anything to say?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead, Junior.
Okay. Thank you, Diego. So, sorry. Um, in conclusion, uh, my English learning journey has been full ups and downs. So, but also full motivation and small victory. So, it's something that I truly enjoy. I am grateful for all experience. I'm also your experience with my partner Julian and Diego. So, as is you have a great experience with your process. So I believe that with effort, passion, and right mindset, anyone can learn a new language and make it part of their life. So thank you, Julian, thank you, Diego, for listening to my history, and I hope it inspires someone out there to keep going with their own English journey. So
Mm.
thank you.
Okay, I want to give you thanks for this participation in our podcast, our English learning journey. It's really important everything you said about your experiences, your goals, your English level, and I think that is important to get more over practicing, and because all of us want to be a good person and want to be a good professionals, a good teachers. And I think that is the principal goal to all of us. Thank you so much for this participation, and I hope you are so good.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.